Hello, friends of Pirate Chain. Hello, all you pirates out there. Arr! Welcome. It's me, Giuliano. Nice. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for liking the videos and making the comments that you make. Much appreciated. I hope you're doing well. We're going to check out what's been going on here. And I unfortunately haven't been able to get as many videos out over the past few days. However, I just wanted to take stock here, take a look at what's happening. It looks like, based on what's happening here, I'm very much skeptical that we are working into this triangle. I could be proven wrong, but it would have to be very quick turnaround, for my opinion. Otherwise, once we start going below this 20-day moving average here in yellow, because this is a daily chart, our BTC, using the CoinEx data. Once we go down below that, we're really looking at this zone down here, again, the 10,000 Satoshi level, because right now this is at about 11,500 and, well, 800, whatever. But that's about that support resistance zone where we got to hold, we have to hold this, otherwise back down to here, or here, maybe 10,500, whatever it's going to be. And it also gives us again the possibility that if this weakness is because people are getting ready for a huge Bitcoin move, then maybe our USDT is going to go, but our BTC is not, and we'll see what's going to happen. But right now it doesn't look weak overall, but it doesn't look super strong either. It's kind of just as usual as it's been, just not giving super clear signals, although when we put things together, we may maybe get an idea. So a couple things. 2 red candles in a row, probably a third to come. Probably a third to come. Okay. But maybe not. But probably it's Friday. At least this candle is not as big as this one, right? The Friday candle is not as big as the Thursday candle. We were doing so well on Wednesday, June 9, up here at the 13,000, high 13,000 Satoshi level. What a great day. But it was just not enough to be sustained. And now we're all the way back down here. And we better hold the support. Otherwise, boom, we're probably coming down. We have a third candle. After a Friday comes a Saturday and a Sunday. And when days like this, we had an opposite day Wednesday. So it seems like Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays, or weekends, let's say, can be very interesting times, one way or the other. And for dumping, especially, I've noticed, at least maybe that's just my own biased experience. But when the Wednesday is a heavy day, then you get a Friday, which is a down day. Maybe we get our weekend down as well. But again, maybe not. If we can move our way a little bit sideways, great. We can find some momentum and return back up. Now, problem being is back here at the beginning of the week, middle of the week, that's why the June 9 and 10 and 11 timeframe looked so good, because we had the opportunity to make it all the way up here to this Ichimoku cloud area with no resistance by the cloud. And then who cares if we got resisted there above, like around and above the uptrending line, completing what looked like an expanding triangle, then we could totally fall back into it, which would be highly likely as a continuation of that expanding triangle in terms of what would happen next, after the expanding triangle E-wave would finish. And that actually made a lot of sense for me. And that's why one of the reasons why I thought maybe that was going to be. But after it didn't continue on the Thursday, and it's unfortunate I wasn't able to really get my thoughts out, but it looked all right, but then it just didn't do us any justice here, and we're back down. And so now that move up is less considered because we have this Ichimoku cloud here. And so to get back up to this level now, which would be higher than it was here, is not impossible. We could totally move through the cloud, even be rejected by the cloud and come back down below. But now, it's just not feeling the same. It doesn't look like it has the same potency to make the way through here. So at this point, I am going to reject this idea. I do not see that anymore. However, I don't want to completely rule it out Like I said, we could have a dinky weekend where we just kind of step sideways a bit and have a tremendous week next week in everything and make our way back up to where I just said we don't look like we're going. So I'm not saying that it's out of the question, because it's not out of the question, but definitely with each passing moment, it looks further out of the question. With this, for example, lagging indicator of the MACD, we know generally that after it moves up and there's a positive distance between that showing us the histogram, and it moves down, negative distance, and it moves up less with positive distance. Look, it's crossing over. It's going to be moving down. How many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is it going to go through the whole next week? Could be. Maybe just for the middle of the week. Maybe the first few days of the week. But this is a daily candlestick chart. Daily chart. So this MACD is each move is a day. Each period is a day. So next week, yeah, might just be a sad week for friends of price moves to the upside, you know. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. That's why our happiness should be derived really from the more true source. Yes. And that is partly just the life of a pirate. So keep living that life of a pirate, and ye shall be happy if ye apply yourself. Yay. All right. So yeah, here we are. That's the daily situation. RSI is less informative on this chart right now for the daily position. However, moving into a 4-hour to get a better idea of where could we go more short term. Well, here we are. We made it nicely on the 3rd of June to some great highs. We couldn't hold them. We tried to come back June 9, June 10. We were, let's zoom in, above that cloud. Couldn't hold it, came back down, tested it, tried to get back up, couldn't do it, and couldn't even hold this. I mean, by the time we were back in the cloud, it's obvious that it needs to go back down. Now that we're back down, it's concerning, because the more we stay down below this cloud, the more likely it is that we continue lower. This cloud resistance right here, at 12,000 Satoshis. So this is not, in my opinion, it's not looking great for the short term. Doesn't mean we can't pierce this cloud at any point. Look, we pierced through this nice sized, like, you know, rather big sized red candle. We found an opening right here. I don't know if you can see it as well. Found an opening in here. Let's even remove ourselves from our BBs. All right. All right, friends of Bollinger Band and friends of Ichimoku. So we moved through this opening here, and we found it. So yeah, you know, we could. This is narrow compared to that, so we could pop through here at any point. But bottom line being is here. We are here. This is the bottom line, and we are being resisted by it. The longer we stay here, we are. Which I'm predicting, yes, we're likely coming down to the 10,500, at least 11,000 level, 10,500, maybe even 10,000, just to figure out where we go next. Because in terms of this MACD, yeah, maybe we're spending a few more hours. But will those few more hours get us low enough? Maybe not. Maybe we only make it to the 11,000 Satoshi level. All right. And hey, maybe we turn it right around, but that just feels a little less likely. And here, we were down below in the RSI back at the end of May, or last third of May, and we're touching it here towards the end of May. What happened? Well, this is where we were. We were a bit dumpy, and that might be where we go. Look. We went from quite a high level all the way down. So it doesn't mean we can't have a dump and then come back up. That's possible. I'm not trying to be bearish or something, but I'm just noticing that from this price level here, there is not much that's stopping us, unless, you know, these candles over here can be our friends and can help us here at this 11,500 Satoshi level. That's our saving grace here. That's our hope right now is 11,500 Satoshi level, while this 4-hour time chart clears itself out and brings some more positive momentum in. That would be superb. All right, so watch that 11,500 Satoshi level for a potential breakdown. And if you are trying to prepare yourself, then 10,000 Satoshis in that region and even below. But at that point, you know what, you might want to wait and just really get the sense of what's happening, because when I say wait, I mean definitely don't put in everything. And none of this is financial advice, but point being is that this is an ARRR BTC chart. It's against Bitcoin, and Bitcoin has been known to wreck everything against it. So in the USD terms, the ARRR USDT could go up to its $50, but this is the ARRR BTC chart, and that's a different story altogether. However, here we are, 10,000 Satoshis, super strong support level. So let's see if that's where we get it. And if that's the case, no worries. We are making such a good, strong zone here between 10,000 and 15,000 Satoshis. Once we get over that 15,000 Satoshis, whenever that may be, it will be a great support level. All right. So let's just not close below too much that 9,000 level. All right, please. Just kidding. All right. So that's on a 4-hour time frame. So we're looking to either clear it out as quickly as we can, or just let it slowly grind its way to clear out. Okay. Alrighty, 11,500, our main support. Next, we're going to just move over to the we're going to move over to the daily chart just one last time. Okay, and see that we're not in a bad spot here. And if we can hold this, that's great. But the movements that are showing here with these candles, when we bring them into the line, they're not necessarily showing any impulsive movement yet, like this type of movement here. Okay, so it's kind of big choppy. So let's see, maybe this is itself a form of maybe it's a form of a pattern which is a corrective pattern that would then in an ABC format would be clearing. Is it going to clear here? Is it going to clear here or here? We don't know, but let's take a look. So this potentially, let's say after this move up, maybe some form of X wave or some other component of this bigger move. And these are just ideas. Like this doesn't have to be exactly what it is. The point being is that we're using some principles and ideas to get a sense of where might we be finding some support. And of course, as always, nothing is guaranteed, and there are so many possibilities. But that's important to know, is what are the possibilities, and then we can start to figure out what could be more likely. So let's say this is top. Oops, yeah, that's what's going to happen, and we're retracing it. So once again, it shows this kind of weak move to the 61.8 level, similar to on that weekly chart when it had that weak flat pattern type of level. And now we can see though that this wave here, which would be a B wave, has completely been retraced, so by more than its distance. Okay, and which means that at any point here, this is just a normal flat possibly, and we could be done with it. However, if this is, let's say instead, some unfortunate zigzag pattern, by taking the fib extension tool, we could see that we could be done. It could be a truncated, oh no, it wouldn't be truncated because that's between 38.2 and 61.8. It would be a normal zigzag between 61.8 and 1. It's a normal zigzag pattern. So we're okay here at any point here. So 1 is 11,500. Interesting. So let's watch that. That would be totally fine. We could zigzag this down to 11,500 and be out of that pattern. However, that's just one pattern of many, and the next pattern could bring us higher, and then the one after that could bring us even with a lower low, or we'll see. But usually in fact, that would be no problem here. That would be quite an interesting move. In fact, if we could bounce off that 11,500 and regain some strength, that would be great. All right, but definitely keep watching that 11,500 level. So that confirms again the interesting relative aspect of 11,500. It gives a 1-to-1 ratio with this move down from here at 14.7 to here at 12.3-ish. Okay, is 1-to-1 with this move here from 9th June till whenever we could make it down. It would be from the roughly 13.9, 14,000 Satoshi level down to the 11,500 level. So interesting. And if you notice, you probably already have, is that back here, we have, let's change the color here. Back here, we have at the support level of 11,500, we have some key turning points. So there you have that. All right, friends, that's the ARRR BTC chart on the daily level. I don't need to go much more into that, I feel. Okay, looks like we are working with the box theory more than the expanding triangle theory for now, but it's still totally in play, but less likely every day. How about that? Okay, moving along. Less likely every day, as long as it keeps going this way. All right. And now, what you've all been waiting for, well, maybe some of you, ARRR USDT. Once again, thanks for liking, commenting, sharing, all of that good stuff. Yeah, those of you who got some pirate gear from the the t-shirts there, check the description if you want. There's a coupon code down there. Yeah, enjoy them. Hopefully you're wearing them, especially when you're feeling, and maybe it's making you feeling good. That's good. Awesome. But yeah, the main idea here, again, we're hopefully getting some support here at the daily 20-day moving average. This is a daily chart. So now we're starting to look stronger in the US dollar price. So that's great. We're having these higher lows. We had this higher high. We're waiting here for a bounce. Let's go test this cloud at $7, friends. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. All right. Yes, that would be wonderful. And it feels like, it looks like that is highly potential here, because let's be fair, the ARRR USDT price is heavily factored by the BTC USD price, and looks like on now what if El Salvador finally suddenly says, oh no, sorry, we're gonna rescind on that, we're not doing that, but they already passed it. So this is huge. And so Bitcoin is found its levels. It's pretty clear, which means the US dollar levels of these alts are pretty safe relatively. And it looks like that's where we are. And so let's bounce off of this 20-day moving average here over this weekend, and boom, let's go. That's definitely a possibility. All right, we're still not in any clear-cut pattern overall that I see here for myself. We could measure some things, but not going to spend the time doing that exactly right now. There is a potential for some triangular formation. Even here, like maybe we'll see how this next moves play out over the next, let's say, 2 to 3 days. And yeah, so in terms of the daily chart with the ARRR USDT, there is a potential to go, sideways over the next couple of days based on these lagging indicators. This one again is not really giving us anything clear. All right, so that's kind of where it is. I think everything's just waiting on BTC and to see what it's going to be doing, what the BTC market wants to do. And that's about it. In the meantime, we continue to consolidate with the Bollinger Bands, and that's just going to take a bit more time. So it looks like timeframes, July timeframes are good to consider. Let's imagine this being the low, okay, 23 May. Let's just imagine, and this is the high, okay. Firstly, let's check the zigzag, because we had considered that it's a zigzag. Whoops. There you are. Beautiful. Whoa, is this truncated? Interesting. If we're going from these levels, well, you could, depending on where you place your move, it's either here or it's here. So if it's here, then you are, which would correspond to this, then you are, you're in a relatively normal, but it's just showing strength regardless, whether it's like officially truncated or not. This level shows you that if this is a true zigzag and we're measuring it linearly, not, you know, based on a logarithmic price, then yeah, that's quite strong. So that's good. That's good. That's good. And that's that. So that's pretty interesting. And then, yeah, time frames, right? So we're going to take a look here. We're going to take this tool and go to this bottom here. So to make that one time frame cycle. Ooh, we're coming upon a 1618. That's fun. Let's see what happens. Maybe nothing. It doesn't have to be exactly at this timeline, but that's just telling us that there's a shift in the winds. So that's fun. And then here is our June 22. All right, so that'll be one whole time frame in relation to this time frame from top to this local current bottom. Yay, pirates! That's pretty fun. Looking forward to the next one. And here is the 2618 in July 11, and then of course here is a 3 at the end of July 22. So we'll watch this next month and a half with eagerness, but we'll also make sure to stay outside, get some sun, spend time with all the loved ones. Yes, enjoy your life. Thanks for being here. I'm going to end it with this. Take care, everyone. Until the next time, that's it for me. Goodbye.